it's Renee. So today in Perfect Wholeness, we're going to try making a mac and cheese. And I'm using butternut squash as my cheese and nutritional yeast. I'm kind of following a recipe from the book How Not to Die. But I don't have all the ingredients. Like I don't have any onion, so I'm going to use some extra onion powder in my seasoning. I don't use real peanut butter, so I use PB2 almond butter. So it's going to be a little bit processed there. And I didn't have enough vegetable broth. Called for 3 cups, and I only had 2, so I added water. So it'll be a little bit different in seasoning. But it's okay. So it starts off with, and I'm boiling my pasta right now. So I'm going to go get my butternut squash and garlic that I've been sauteing to try to soften up the veggies. And that's going to go into this blender. Hopefully it's soft enough. I'm kind of doing this in a rush too because I lost track of time and we got to be leaving for the ballpark soon. So, you know, whatever. Anyway, calls for 1 clove of garlic, but I used 2 because garlic. And you chop it up. But I figured I'm going to blend it so I didn't chop it super thick. And then, let's see what else we're going to put in here. So, we are going to it's going to go in the oven, so I have to do that in there. So, okay, so now we're going to add, so we got butternut squash, 2 cloves of garlic in there, a little bit of broth is what I did that in. So now we're going to put in a 1/2 cup of nutritional yeast. Super good for you. If you all just followed me on my Facebook and Instagram page, we talked about nutritional yeast and how great it is for you and all the different ways you can use it and the benefits of it. The only thing is if you have Crohn's disease, you really shouldn't eat it. Let's see, what else are we going to put in there? 2 tablespoons of almond butter, which again is powdered. I don't know. I had about 2 tablespoons left in there. Perfect. Imperfect, right? Teaspoons of lemon, a couple teaspoons of this, lemon juice. Teaspoon. Awesome. Yeah, this is how we measure, okay? This is how we measure. 2 teaspoons of miso. Just gonna give it that salty flavor. Okay, and what else do we need? Oh, mustard. Good, spicy Dijon brown mustard, 1 teaspoon. I love mustard. It's one of my favorite things. Lately, I've been totally addicted to having potatoes with mustard on it. Sure, that's a teaspoon. We'll go with that. All right, and some paprika. For color, sounds good. We need some turmeric. Don't need a whole lot of this, like a 1/4 teaspoon. And color and the spice, turmeric is absolutely amazing. Then it says savory spice blend, but I don't have any of that. And since I didn't have any onions or anything, I'm going to add some extra onion powder. Let's do a tablespoon of this. Yeah, that sounds good. And then I'm going to put in some garlic powder. And we'll just do like a teaspoon of this. No, let's do a couple. All right. To taste. Throw in the rest of my broth because that's going to make the cheese be runny-ish. Turn off my timer. Stir the noodles up a little bit. Okay. I'm using a quinoa noodle. I've never made them before, but it's made with quinoa and whole, I need a lid. So what we're gonna actually do, I was gonna put them in the oven, but since I'm running out of time, you can do this on the stovetop too. I'm just gonna mix it all up. Now, see that? It's actually coming together nicely. While that's blending, I'm going to go drain the pasta. So this is done. Done. Whew. And I don't really have to, so normally you would, it says to, okay, so see, this has kind of got a cheesy looking sauce to it. Probably too much sauce, because I didn't measure out my butternut either, but because I wanted to use the whole thing. So I could bake this in the oven. You're supposed to add broccoli to it, like steamed broccoli. I don't have any. And then bake it in the oven for like 20 minutes, but I don't have time to do that at 375. Or you could stir it on top of the stovetop, right? Oh, that's pretty darn good. I think that's good, but I might add just a tad bit more garlic powder. Yeah. Oh, you know what else would be good in this? All right, this is it, mac and cheese. It's super macky and cheesy. I am gonna go put this in a container now though, because I don't have to really heat it up because my butternut squash was still hot when I put it into the blender. And gosh, that was actually really darn good. Yeah, that's great. A little mustard, more mustard in there. I don't know. Anyway, let's give it a try. You guys try it. So you can also do it with carrots. I just have butternut squash. I do have carrots too, but I just thought butternut squash would be creamier, cheesier looking, right? So I'm just gonna pour it into a container. I'm gonna pop it in the fridge because I got to get dressed to go real quick, and enjoy it and reheat it. And we'll see how this. It is a bit saucy, so you're only supposed to use like 1.5 cups of butternut squash. And of course, when you look at the picture, mine doesn't look like that because you put breadcrumbs on it and then you bake it. Now, if I were to take the time to bake it, it might set a little better, but I'm not super worried about it because this is going to reheat nicely. And I can definitely, I do have some zucchini that I could slice up or grate up and put that and mix it in when I make it, so I might have some veggies. But get your butternut squash in there, which is a great source of so many nutrients. That's unbelievable and super filling. So this is all going back in the fridge. And I'll pour those in the fridge. All right, let me know if you try it. It is a all green. It's all green, good to go. So yeah, let me know if you try it or what version of mac and cheese have you made before. All right, have a good one and enjoy this perfect recipe.